One of the most important concepts that we're talking about when we talk about sociosexual dynamics, and especially in the context of relationships, is what is a woman's relationship to sex when it comes to you in particular. She can have a different relationship with sex when it comes to different people. Don't trust whatever a woman says about her relationship to sex overall, because it's going to be based off the men that she encounters. And if she just encounters a lot of men who have the same energy, she'll just think that that's her overall relationship with sex in general. But it's really about presenting yourself the way that you want to be seen, presenting yourself in the way that you want to be treated, and not presenting yourself in a different way and expecting someone to just treat you that way because they appreciate you. That's not very realistic. So one of the biggest concepts to talk about in relationships is whether or not the relationship between sex and that woman's social battery when it comes to you, right? That's a very important concept. You know, one thing that can happen is, and this is going to determine a lot of things that happen within your relationship, and some of it's going to be based off of your character, some of it's going to be based off of, you know, how integrated her mindset is. But after a long day, is that dick just another chore? Or is that dick stress relief? You got to think about that. You got to think about that. And she got to think about that for herself. And just if it's not that way at first, or if it's not that way right now, and you're prematurely integrated, that's not saying that it can't be that way. But if it's not that way, then you're setting yourself up for future issues and future troubles in your relationship in the case that it goes long term and you're in a situation and it works like that, and then it's a lot of things that can come with that. So it's just a matter of, when a woman's tired, does that dick re-energize her? Does it give her peace? Does it give her solace? Or is that another chore to add to the list of things to knock off? And if it is a chore, or that is a priority or obligation, then how high up on the list of priorities is it? So these are just things to think about, things to ask your woman, things to just observe and look at the dynamics between those different scenarios, and just see where you fit into it. You know, I was listening to K-Zaggin some months ago, and he had a real good point in a video, maybe about a year ago, and he was saying, if you're dealing with a woman, even if you're in a relationship, sex with you should be no lower than the third priority of the things that a woman wants from you. Like I always say, when it comes to masculine and feminine dynamics, and when it comes to natural submissiveness and masculine and feminine dynamics, good dick and guidance are two of the primary things that you offer a woman. Yes, the feelings that you give her, the love, those things are going to be very important. Those are things that she's going to value very highly, but the good dick and the guidance have to be up there. So it's one of those things to where, you know, as more and more priorities come into the relationship, as more and more business decisions, as, you know, children and life and investments come in, then there may be things to start climbing up the priority list. But sex should never drop too far down the priority list. You know, I was listening to this song "Make It Better" by Anderson .Paak. I made a video about it. I put it on my page. And when I was watching this video, when I was listening to this song, he made a very valid point. You know, I have another video, and that video it says, if you can make love, you can make up. So it's like you need to have the ability to reconnect on a sexual level, or it's just going to turn into roommates and a business relationship, and that will lead into resentment, and that will eventually lead into either one or both of you stepping out to go through that cycle of just having a bunch of short-term sexual relationships with others while maintaining just a business and family relationship with your partner, or to lead to the both of you disseminating and leaving the situation, just walking away because you feel like the spark is gone, because you feel like you're reaching a fork in the road. You know, you have to maintain the masculine feminine dynamic, you have to maintain the sexual chemistry and the sexual compatibility and that connection that you have with the person. And if you let that go and you let it get to the point where it becomes a chore, it becomes something that a woman it dreads to do, even if she somewhat enjoys herself, when you get to that point, then you're heading down a path to where your relationship is eventually going to end, resentment's going to set in, her respect level is going to go down for you when that happens, or it happens because the respect level's already gone down. And respect and desire, you know, like I say, good dick and guidance are what a man offers a woman, what a woman gives a man is respect and desire. So she desires that man, she respects that man, and she's feminine and submissive with him because of it. That's a natural reaction to feeling that way, but that's a reaction of what she feels. You can't expect it to be completely a logical mindset or a logical decision. You know, respecting a woman isn't about respecting every single word that comes out of her mouth and every single feeling that she has and every whimsical desire and fickle feeling. That's not respecting a woman. That's being foolish. Respecting a woman is understanding her nature, and respecting her nature, understanding her needs, and making sure that you're being there for the things that she needs and not just every single thing that she wants. So this is Brody. I'm out.